Hello everyone, I am back. Got a new mic. Now I've got a Danganronpa character as an avatar, so you don't have to see my ugly face. And with that little clarification out of the way, let's get on with the show. After facing a huge catastrophe, the world's population has been reduced to less than 50% of its original size. Amidst all this chaos, the rich have segregated themselves from the poor and repressed any uprisings through military might. Time has passed and our protagonists Jin and Joe taken with them a mysterious girl named Sana, who is of interest to the many military powers in Japan. Innocent Venus. I find that after I watched it, I would probably enjoy it more if it was a video game rather than an anime. The animation was pretty good and quite fun during the action scenes, though it does feel a bit awkward at times during the more laid-back scenes. The voice acting ranges from okay to somewhat bad. It sort of reminds me of Dynasty Warriors in just how awkward some of the lines come out to be. Hell, even the way the story is mapped out is somewhat reminiscent of a video game. The first 6 episodes are lined up more as more of a setup to the entire story, whereas the last 6 episodes actually start filling you in and start getting story going, which would be fine if it was a video game. But in an anime, it just means that the first 6 episodes, nothing's really happening when there's no tension to be found in the show. Speaking of which, the plot twist that serves as the turning point between the two sections of the show, while well utilized and serves to finally create some tension, ends up being squandered in about 2 episodes. I should probably talk about the characters for a bit. I almost forgot considering there isn't really much to say. Mr. Generic over here's personality only really revolves around the plot twist and his weird bromance with Joe. Joe, well, he doesn't really develop a personality until 2/3 of the way through the show, and Sana gets the short end of the stick, being merely a plot device and motivation for Joe and the other characters. An annoying recurrence of the show is that the reason why the bad guys are after Sana, and pretty much the entire plot, is not explained until halfway through the show. It is fine to withhold parts of the plot from the viewer sometimes, but we are not even given a vague idea how or why capturing her is so important. And it's really, really frustrating. I mean, Jesus, why do I find this anime so boring? I mean, despite the main characters not really being that interesting, the side characters carried a lot of personality to them. And I mean, come on. There are humans piloting mechs, which they must psychically connect to the nervous systems of young children to pilot. How can you make that boring? That's pretty much all there is to the show. It's a 13-episode series, but they could have cut it down to half and nothing would have changed. The show was an enjoyable spectacle, but didn't have really much substance to keep me interested. Overall, Innocent Venus gets a 4 out of 10.